Good day everyone, welcome to Yogi Bud's Fitness 30-Day Yoga Challenge. So this is the 20th day of the practice, and for today's class we'll be doing all the inversion poses that we did the previous days. So again, we'll be working out or stretching out your shoulders to stabilize the base or a foundation when we do these poses. So let's begin the practice by sitting on the floor. So again, just have your most comfortable sitting pose. You cross your legs and sit straight. So lift and broaden your chest, keeping the spine straight and upright. So extend your left hand to the side and hold the head with your left hand or your right hand and pull your head down to your shoulder. And then you have to feel your neck, the side of your neck stretching. So you extend your arm and you pull the head or maybe chin to your shoulder. So take a few breaths here. Now you release and extend the other arm, the right hand to the side, and pull your head with the left. Again, option to move the shoulder or the chin to your left shoulder. Now you release, and then the next one, you hold the back of your skull and move your elbows in. So expanding the shoulders, the back. So you imagine your shoulder blades moving outward as you move your elbows in, and then tuck your chin to your chest. Then breathe deeply. So feel the back of your lungs or the back body expanding. And then release, have your hands on your knees, and then just extend your chin upward, lifting your rib cage, squeezing your shoulder blades inward. And we'll do a few head roll here. So roll your head to the left, to the center, and go to your right, then down, and repeat for 2 more cycles. Just loosening out the tight neck muscles and shoulders. Now you reverse, move to your left, down, to the right, and back. So 2 more rounds like that. To your right, to the back, left, and down. Okay, 1 more time. Now just bring your head back to the center and move your shoulders back and down. So shoulder rotation. So again, notice your breathing flowing continuously through your nostrils. Also maximize the expansion of your lungs or your rib cage. So take a long and deep inhale and exhale without forcing the breath. Now set your hands sideways or to the sides and turn the palms up. Then over the head, inhale. Extending the elbows, pulling your sides, and trying to feel the stretch of your side body and the length of the spine. On your exhale, lower your hands down. We'll do it again. Inhale, arms up. Try to create length and space on the pose. And exhale, hands down. Now inhale, you extend your arms up and bend to the left on your exhale. So lower your elbow down, then extend your right hand over the head. On the inhale, return to the center, reach the arms up. Exhale, bend to your right and extend the left over your head. Again, inhale, arms up. Now exhale, you bend forward. Walk the hands forward, let the head fall. And just feel the gentle stretch on your back body. Maybe for some you can let your head fall to touch the floor, but that should not hurt the back. You should not force your hip, neither your knees. And then coming up to the center, inhale, arms up. Then exhale, hands down. Now interlace the fingers behind your hip. Roll your shoulders up, down, and in. Expanding your chest, and then see if you can push your hands away from the hip. Broadening your chest, stretching the front of your shoulders or your delts. Take a few breaths here. So the more you can move your arms upward, the more you can feel the stretch of your front body, the chest muscles. Now you release and then extend your hands forward, cross your left arm over the right. So you can squeeze your chest, your elbows, moving up as high as your shoulders, and then keeping that distance, you round the back, chin to your chest. So again, visualize the expansion of your shoulder or the back body. So moving your scapula or shoulder blades apart. Inhale, you lift the chest and lengthen the spine. On your exhale, release the arms and then switch your arms. So the right will go over your left, and then again elevate your elbows, then take an inhale. On your exhale, round the back. Chin to your chest. So you're not bending forward, you're just rounding the spine. And then lift, straighten your back, release the arms, and then we'll go to all fours. So align your knees and the hip. And then from here, walk your hands forward and slide as far as you can. So letting your chest and head connect to the floor until you feel enough stretch on the side of the body. So increasing the mobility of your shoulders. Now sink your chest, maybe chin resting on the floor, look forward. Now if you feel too much tension on the low back, just pull your ribs or the belly in. And then release, walk your hands backward to all fours. And we'll do a few rounds of cat-cow. You inhale, press down your belly, open your chest. Exhale, suck in the abdomen, chin toward the chest. Look between your knees. Again, look forward, inhale, concave the spine. Exhale, rounding the back. Another one, inhale, look forward, open up your chest, and exhale, navel in. Look forward, you flatten the back, and step your right foot to the top, followed by the left. You can have your feet hip width apart or together, that's your option. Stretch out your toes, look forward and shift the weight to the toes. Inhale. For some, you can micro bend the knees or hands on your waist, shins. And exhale, bend. Let it go of your upper body, just let it fall naturally without putting too much effort. Continuously exhale as you move lower. Inhale as you find length, find space. And then you roll up vertebra by vertebra, letting the head be the last one to come up. Roll your shoulders out and down, again creating space on your chest. Feel the spine long and straight. Now inhale, bring the arms upward. Extend your arms behind the head. See if you can do that without hurting the joints of your shoulders. Now see if you can bend backward, lifting the ribs, pulling the belly in, and ground the four corners of the feet. On your exhale, you fold forward. Go as low as you can until you feel the hamstrings, the glutes. Look forward, inhale. Bend the legs, spread out your fingers as you take your palms shoulder width apart on the floor. Go to plank. Activate your belly. Again, for some, you can drop your knees down. Bending the elbows 90 degrees and then pushing the chest up. Then squeezing your shoulders in, broadening or expanding the front of the body. Tuck your toes and go to your down dog. We'll do a couple of adjustments here, or extra movement just to release our legs and shoulders. So we go forward to plank, go backward to down dog, again forward to plank, bounce backward to down dog. Maybe you still feel stiff on your neck, so you can move your head forward, backward, or side to side. Now just stay here for a few more breaths. Continue pushing the floor, creating more length on the upper body. Stretching the calf muscles by pulling the heel bones down without rounding the back. Now look forward and begin to take the feet to the top. Breathe in fully, extend the spine, and exhale, you bend. Inhale, lift the chest, arms reaching up. And then slowly and gently bend backward. Then exhale, again, fold forward. So keep flowing with your breath. Just follow the rhythm of the breath. Inhale, you open your chest, bend the legs, go back to low plank on your exhale. Next, inhale, you push the floor, Opening your chest. And exhale. Going back to your down dog. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more round. And then look forward, bend the knees, and then go to the top. Breathe in, you open your chest, great length and space. Breathe out, you fold. And inhale, lift the chest, arms up. Then stand straight and exhale, hands down. So again, clasp your palms behind your hips, shoulders in and down. Extend your hands back and away from, or down and away from the hip. Now bend backward, extending the chin up as high as you can, broadening or expanding your chest. On your exhale, you fold from the hip bone or hip joint and moving the arms upward. The head is extending downward, still feeling the weight, moving to the toes. And then look forward, flatten the back, bending the legs as you set your palms on the floor. Again, find your plank. Low plank. Coming up to your up dog. Exhale, going back to your down dog. Now you lift your right leg up, balance the sides of the hip. Then exhale, core plank, knee forward to your chest, rounding the spine. Put the foot between your palms, turn the left foot out, coming up to warrior pose 2. So hands sideways. Breathe. Then turn your right hand up and extend it over the head, bend the elbow and hold it with your left. And pull your arm down to your left side, reversing the pose. Then release, hands sideways. Take your right hand here on the hip as you lower your side body down on your right thigh, swing the left hand over the head. And spin the body upward. You can look at your palm or just look down. So you push and pull at the same time. So push through the left arm and pull or ground through the left foot. Bring your body up, coming up to warrior pose 2. Straighten the right leg, shift your toe in. Hands on your waist. Inhale, open your chest, elbows in. Exhale, you fold forward. So let the head touch the floor if you can. If not, it's fine. You just have to keep going down with the spine straight until you feel a stretch on the inner thighs and back thighs. Keep your elbows inward. Now look forward, flatten the back. Set your palms on the floor. Shoulder width apart. Inhale. On your exhale, walk your hands backward. So keeping the distance, you move your head down on the floor. Again, if you want to be accurate with your base, what you can do is to hold the elbows this way, drop it down, bending the knees if you're tight on your hamstrings. And where your elbows are, it's where you should be putting your palms. And when you take the palms, where your palms are, it's where you should be putting your head. So take the palms where you put the elbows, spread out your fingers and the head where you put the hands. And again, as you come up, the elbows will flare out, so you have to move your elbows in, okay, just to have more stable base. Now shift the weight forward and gently lift the feet up, activating your hip muscles for the entire midsection. Once you're up, you draw your feet together to your tripod headstand. Take 3 to 5 breaths here. Again, you don't need to be super stiff, super strong on the core or legs. All you need to do is to bring awareness on your base, on your arms. Keep your hands steady and strong. And try to find that vertical line. Now, open your feet. Bring it down. Set it on the floor. Push and lengthen. Look forward and walk your hands to the front. So extend as high or as far forward as you can. Just let the head fall. Take a rest here for a few breaths. Still keeping the length of your sides, the broadness of your chest, keeping the length of your breathing. Then walk your hands backward below your shoulders, look ahead and elongate the spine. Hands on your waist, lifting your chest up. So that's the first inversion pose. Now you bend your right leg, hands sideways, and then take your palms back to the top of your mat. Step backward to your plank position. Again, keeping your core muscles nice and tight. Chaturanga. Coming up, inhale, and exhale, down dog. Now you step the left foot between the palms, shift the right foot out, and then come up to warrior pose 2. Again, spine is upright, chest is open. Now turn the left arm bone up, extend it over the head, bend the elbow, hold that elbow with your right, and then go and bend to your right side. So release back to warrior pose 2. Take your left hand in front of your hip bone and then take your left shoulder or the left side body over your right thigh. The left thigh. Then extend your right arm upward. So again, creating length on both sides of the body as you spin your right side body up to open your chest more. Lift back up to warrior pose 2. Then straighten the legs, shift your toe in. So feet are parallel. Place the fingers behind your hip. Shoulders in, open your chest, and bend forward. So moving your head down as low as you can, pushing the arms up. Continue squeezing through the front thigh, hip crease. Just relax the belly, don't flex it too much so that you don't hinder the breath flow. Now look forward, going to our next inversion, the headstand. Again, you measure the elbows, then take your palms on the floor, moving your head between the forearms. Keep squeezing the head with your elbows, tip your toes, lift the legs slowly. So go up inch by inch, hinge from the hip, moving the legs up, and then see if you can join the legs together. You can see that you're not feeling heavy on your neck, so you have to keep your arms pushing the floor. You don't feel heavy on the top of the head. Otherwise, you just let go, especially if you have too much weight on the neck, on your head. If you're good, then stay 3 to 5 breaths or maybe more. And then open your legs again out to the side. Bring it down slowly, like the way you come up. Once your feet are on the floor, again look forward, straighten the back, and walk your hands forward. Let your head fall. Take a rest here, keeping the length, the space of your upper body. Lift the chest. Again, realign your palms below your shoulders, micro bend the knees. Hands on your waist and come up with your back straight. Then turn your left toe out, bend the left leg, open your hands sideways back to warrior pose. Now hands down to the floor, going back to your plank pose, keeping your whole body straight from head down to your heels, lower down to chaturanga, coming up to urdhva mukha, and exhale, going back to Adho Mukha or down dog. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. So have your knees down, toes pointing backwards, sit on your heels, rest here for a moment on your child pose. Fully soften your shoulders, your hip, or your whole body. Keep your mind or your focus, your full attention on your breathing, on the different sensations on your body. So don't think of anything else. Be present. We'll be doing our next arm balance, which is the forearm stand. Again, you can do it on the mat or you can do it on the wall. If you don't know how to do this one, I just made the video last time, the day 27. So just go back and see how it's done step by step. So you can do it on the wall or ask someone, or you can just do it on your mat if you're more experienced. So have your forearms like number 11, palms on the floor, lift the hip up, and then lift one leg, and just bounce on the bottom leg, and lift it up. So once it's up, continue pushing the floor with your forearms, so stay strong on your arms. Again, you don't need to be super stiff, super tight on your core muscles. Just focus everything on the arms. So navel in so you don't jam the lower back. Then lower down. Once again, extend your hands forward the spine and rest here on your child pose. Again, breathe in and breathe out, gently and slowly. So just take your time to rest and recover. Then slowly come up. So for the next inversion pose, I'll be needing this bench or chair. So if you're more flexible on your shoulders, you can do this next pose without any props. But if you're like me, that you have a super tight shoulder or neck muscles, then definitely you need this one to support your, or to have more stability on your base or on the pose so that you don't hurt your neck. So also you can use the wall. So again, I made a video on this one, so you can go back to that video and check how the pose is done step by step. So lie down. So for the pose, you can just do it on your mat. You just move the hip up, push it as high as you can. So supporting the hip with your hands. So as you can see, I cannot really make my body upright. So I'll be using this bench. So I'll be moving my hip closer to the bench. And then lift the hip, and then after I lift, or slide my shoulders closer to the bench, and just let the bench hold my hip, and I'll just lift the legs up. So we'll be just holding this pose for 10 breaths. So again, you have to keep squeezing your shoulder blades in. And if you're feeling uncomfortable on your neck, then maybe this pose is not for you. Actually, don't do this pose if you have some concerns on your neck. So remember, you can just do this pose on the wall. You just do the same thing. You place the feet on the wall, just walk the feet up and push the wall to lift the hip. Now going to the next inversion, from here you just lower the legs here over the head, or you can adjust. So let me readjust. Plow pose. So if you're tight on your hamstring, you can touch the toes on the floor, so it's fine. You just have to leave the leg hanging. So never mind forcing it to go down so you don't hurt the back. Just continue feeling the pose, readjusting, so that you can be comfortable with the whole body. So do moment by moment adjustment depending on how you are feeling this pose. So the next one, we'll keep the hip and just open the legs as wide as we can, so I don't have much space here. But for you, if you have more space than what I have here, then you can open the legs as wide as you can. And then bring your legs together. And then to release, just roll down vertebra by vertebra. You can take your hands on the floor and roll, keeping your core muscles or abdominal muscles strong. But for me, I have to take my feet on the bench and walk my shoulders away from the bench. Or if you have your legs on the wall, do the same thing. You just take your legs back on the wall and walk your shoulders away. So after that, we'll do a counter pose, counter stretch, which is the fish pose. You can do this pose on a lotus position if you're more flexible on the hip. If not, you can just keep the legs straight or do this one, cross the legs. So your choice. So for me, I'll be doing the straight leg version. And now push the elbows by your sides, lifting your chest. Look backward and try to rest the crown of the head down on the floor. So continue pushing the elbows down to support the weight of your body. Ribs up and extend the throat. Now you focus on the tip of your nose. Now we'll stay here for 10 breaths. So be mindful of your back. You have to squeeze your back and shoulders in to keep the expansion of your chest. As you lower your back down, you just relax here for a few breaths. Take a deep and long inhale. Deep and long exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now slowly move your toes and fingers. Then extend the arms over the head. Legs together and stretch your whole body for the last time. Bending the knees again to your chest on your exhale. Go over to your right. Now then slowly come up. So again, that's the end of our practice. So thank you everyone for sharing your time and energy with me today. Namaste.